So a few weeks ago, I was putting some washing away when I found a bag tucked inside my husband's wardrobe. It was small and very obviously from a jewellery shop. So, curiosity got the better and I had a look. And what I found was an engagement ring. I won't lie to you, the second I saw it, my stomach was doing flips. My heart was pounding. This was it. He was going to propose. And I cannot tell you, I was so ready. I was so ready to be his wife. I love that man with everything that I have. And to know that he was preparing to spend the rest of his life with me. Since that moment, I've been walking around with so much excitement bubbling in my belly. Every time I look at him, all I can think is, I cannot wait to call you my fiancé. It's like I've been living in this little secret bubble of happiness. Until today. My partner's working away for the weekend. It's about a 3-hour drive, and his work have put him up in a B&B so that he can just get it done by Sunday. And something came over me. I needed to see my ring again. I needed to confirm that I hadn't dreamt this. I guess I just wanted to feel closer to him while he was away, to remind myself of what's about to happen. So I went back to his wardrobe. I pulled out the bag and it was empty. The ring is just gone. So I'm trying to tell myself that he's hid it somewhere better so that there's no chance I can find it. But he's working 3 hours away. Surely he didn't take it with him. Why would you take the ring without the bag? If you don't want me to find it, why would you leave the bag? I felt something creeping in, something washing over me. All of the excitement and happiness that I had felt was now just ebbing away, leaving panic and worry. So I checked his location, just to make sure he was where he said he was going to be. I've never really had reason to check this before. I've never caught him out on a lie. I've never questioned anything that he said to me. We're a team, why would I? But I checked it. He's turned it off. I have absolutely no way of confirming that he is where he says he is. At this point, my brain was spiraling. I needed to do something, I just didn't know what. So I called him. And I tried to have a semi-normal conversation at first before I just couldn't take it anymore. And so I said to him, everyone's getting engaged around us. Like, when do you think it's our turn? He was so abrupt. He told me we need to prioritise buying our house before we can get engaged. So we're looking at least a few years before we even think about doing that. I want to believe that he's just trying to throw me off course. That he's just trying to make me think, it's not going to happen, and then it happens. But where the fuck is the ring? My head is telling me that I am staring something so obvious in the face here. But my heart just doesn't want to believe it. He comes back from his trip tomorrow. Half of me wants to just confront him, say, I found the ring, where the hell is it? Is it even mine? And the other half of me wants to just start tracking his car, seeing where he goes and follow him. Find out the truth for myself, because if he is lying to me, well then I don't think he's going to be truthful by me just asking for it. I've had to come out to my car because my house is far too loud and this story cannot wait. It's part 2 of the missing ring. A little recap. I found a ring in my husband's wardrobe, inside a box, inside a jewellery bag. I was obviously being nosy. I found this engagement ring. When he went to work away for the weekend, I went to have another look, couldn't help myself, and the ring was gone. I called my husband, and I kind of hinted that I wanted to get engaged, and everyone around us is getting engaged, and when is it going to happen for us? And he told me that we need to buy our house first, that's our priority, and the engagement isn't going to happen for another few years. So I'm now trying to find out if he's just trying to throw me off the scent, or if that just wasn't my ring. So, my husband got home a couple of hours ago. And let me tell you, last night was the worst night I have ever had. I could not sleep. I was sweating all night. My heart was pounding. All I wanted to do was phone him, ask him every question that was running through my head, but I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. I know that while he's so far away from me, it's very easy to cover things up. I know I need to wait for him to get home. So now he's home. He walked through the door. He looked tired, but he looked happy. My stomach was in knots. I tried so hard to act normal. I needed to be normal. I needed him to not suspect anything. So I just asked him how his trip was. He told me it was exhausting and that he's so glad to be home. I just stared at him, studying his face, looking for something. And there was nothing. And it was about to burst out of me. So I just said it. I told him that before he went away, I was putting some clothes away. I found a jewellery bag in his wardrobe. I looked inside and I found the ring. I asked him where the ring had gone. For a second, I thought I saw his whole body stiffen until he turned around and laughed. I knew you found it. This is really difficult because I'm going through so many emotions so quickly, so I'm trying to remember the emotions I felt in that precise time when I heard specific words. So when he said that, the relief that washed over me, he knew I'd found it. He moved it. Of course it's my ring. And then he followed that up with, I've returned the ring. I'm not sure how I managed to get words out at this point, but I asked him why. Why did you return the ring? And he said, me finding it made him realise that we aren't ready. Well, his actual words were me snooping for it made him realise we weren't ready. So he's returned it. Or at least that's what he's told me. Luckily, I'm not an idiot. I know, even if it was just for a split second, I know I saw his whole body stiffen. I know I saw a flash of panic run through him. Even if it was just a millisecond, I saw it. I smiled. And I acted like I understood why he returned the ring. I acted like I believed every word that came out of that man's mouth. I even cuddled him on the sofa. But I had to. Otherwise, he would have hidden everything. As soon as that man went to bed, I was straight on his iPad. And the idiot left everything there. The messages between him and Lydia. The pictures that have downloaded straight from his iCloud. He didn't return the ring. The ring is currently sitting on Lydia's finger. Okay guys, we have part 3 of the missing ring story, but before I get into it, I just need to apologise because I think I've caused some confusion in the previous 2 stories. I've been reading a lot of these stories out, and a lot of the stories are to do with husbands, and I think I've just got really used to saying the word husband. So in the missing ring story, he is not the husband, he is the boyfriend. So every time I say the word husband, it's boyfriend. Also, this isn't my story, I'm just reading it out. So let's get into this. The last thing that you guys know is that I went through the text messages, the pictures, all on his iPad, and I found everything. I found everything between him and Lydia. I found pictures from that weekend of her wearing the engagement ring. So the next morning, I contacted her. And I told her everything about my relationship with him. And of course, she didn't believe me. But of course, I had receipts. You don't be in a relationship with somebody for that long and not have receipts. So then we decided to meet up. And that's exactly what we did. We met up and we exchanged stories. We realised that he doesn't work away at all. Every time he's been working away, he's been with her. He's been with her for over a year. And I've been the fool that has just gone along with it. The fool that has just been living her life with her eyes shut. So then we get to the juicy part, the part that everybody wants to know, the confrontation. He comes home that night. He doesn't even say hello. He sits at the table and waits because he's expecting his dinner, because that is what he gets every night. I've been given wife duties without a ring. And this guy has gotten far too used to it. So I sat down opposite him and I slid the ring into the middle of the table, and the gaslighting was insane. Why the fuck have you gone and bought the same ring? What is wrong with you? You're crazy. I don't want anything to do with this. What the fuck? Am I? Am I crazy? And then, before I've even spoken a word, Lydia walks out from our pantry and she takes a seat right next to me. Neither of us say anything. We just look at him. He erupts in a fit of anger. He throws his chair across the room and just stormed out. So between me, Lydia, and a few bottles of wine, we managed to pack all of his stuff up and leave it on the front porch. I left my keys in the door that night and I got the locks changed the very next morning. He's been absolutely blowing up my phone. And do you know who else's phone is blowing up too? Lydia's. And I know that because we're still talking. In the last couple of days, I've managed to shake about 10 stone in dead weight. And I've never felt better.